Welcome to the DCTV News at Noon program. I'm Kelsey Kiesling.
And I'm Kendra Cook. Dolores County Broadcasting Network is the producer of DCTV with support from the Southwest TV Translator Association.
If you have a news topic or tips you'd like to see covered, give us a call. The studio number is 677-4119.
Today's show runs Wednesday at noon and is rebroadcast at 3 and 6 p.m. and again re-aired on Saturday at noon, 3 and 6. Today is November 22nd, 2017, and now the news at noon.
According to the Durango Herald, the death penalty is a possibility for an ex-convict accused of gunning down a University of Utah student with a weapon stolen from a slain Colorado man, but prosecutors said Tuesday that decision won't come soon. After Austin Butane made his first court appearance via video from jail, Salt Lake County Deputy District Attorney Matthew Jensen said the death penalty is in play because Butane is charged with aggravated murder. A decision about seeking that option must wait until Butane has other court hearings in the coming months, he said. Butane and his wife, Kathleen Butane, are accused of hatching a carjacking plot that led to the fatal shooting of Chenwei Guo, a 23-year-old computer science student from China. He was killed October 30th in a canyon near the University of Utah campus in Salt Lake City. Kathleen Butane, age 23, isn't charged in the killing, but faces criminal solicitation, theft, and other counts. The judge told them Tuesday that they will be assigned court-appointed attorneys for the next hearing scheduled for December 8th. The couple also are accused in the October 27th killing of Mitchell Engel in Golden, Colorado, but they have not been charged yet. The Butanes confessed in police interviews to cutting Engel's throat as part of a plan to rob him, according to Colorado court documents. Jensen, the prosecutor, said the Utah case will be allowed to play out before Colorado charges are filed.
From the Cortez Journal, several months after announcing planned changes to the city's recycling program, Cortez has put out a list of new regulations. Recycling coordinator Colby Early told the Cortez City Council during an August workshop that because of several factors, including China's announcement that it would no longer accept most recycled materials from the U.S., he expected the city would have to change its policy on curbside pickups soon. At that time, Early said that he would probably halt the curbside pickups of glass items for a while, but the new rules instead place restrictions on newspapers and certain types of plastic. The city is asking residents to separate more of their recycling before placing it on the curb or dropping it off at the landfill. Early said the city recycling program will no longer accept newspapers because recent price changes mean they can cost more than $47 each to recycle. It's cheaper to throw them away than pick them up. The new rules also require residents to separate Type 1 and Type 2 plastics before recycling them. Each type has the number 1 or 2 printed on it inside a small triangle. The most common Type 1 plastics include small water bottles, all soda bottles, clamshell containers, mouthwash bottles, and vegetable oil containers, all of which can be turned into things like fiber and fleece. Type 2 plastics include milk jugs, dish soap, laundry detergent, and shampoo bottles, which can be recycled into furniture, tile, and many other things. The city also collects cardboard, glass items with the lids removed, aluminum cans, tin cans, and office paper. According to a news release from Early, aluminum items are the easiest to sell because they can be used in a variety of new aluminum products. Even before the China ban, the release said Cortez has always tried to sell to domestic markets as much as possible. Our collection efforts have been clean and did not in any way contribute to the China situation, the release said. To learn more about Cortez's recycling program, go to cityofcortez.com and click on the Recycling tab under the Public Works section or contact Early at 970-565-7320, extension 3352. And also in Dolores County, a group has initiated the Dolores County Zero Waste Project. Contact the Dove Creek Chamber for more details or to get involved in that effort.
Reported by the Cortez Journal, Colorado's highest-ranking legislators responded Tuesday to harassment complaints against lawmakers by announcing a formal review of their procedures for identifying, reporting, and solving sexual misconduct incidents at the Capitol. The announcement by leaders of the Republican-led Senate and Democrat-led House comes after formal complaints were filed against 2 Democratic state representatives in recent weeks. Lawmakers have struggled to address the allegations as they also try to prepare for the 2018 legislative session that convenes in January. Lawmakers and General Assembly staff members will look at practices in other states and in the private sector. Issues include filing complaints, confidentiality, identifying patterns of harassment, and annual training on behavior in the workplace. Lawmakers may hire an independent consultant to review existing procedures. A starting date for the policy review has yet to be scheduled. Other expected participants include the Denver-based National Conference of State Legislatures, Attorney General Cynthia Kaufman's office, and victim advocacy groups.
The Journal reported a trespass suspect says his body was rigged with dynamite. Montezuma County Sheriff's deputies on Saturday arrested a man at gunpoint after a report of a trespasser in the 23,800 block of County Road F.4. Deputy Ryan Hancock responded to a call about a trespasser about 7:36 a.m., but when he arrived at the scene, discovered that the suspect had left. Sergeant Jesse Miner, who joined the search, found the man in the 6,000 block of County Road 23.6, according to Hancock's report. Hancock reported that he arrived on scene, Miner had drawn his stun gun, and the suspect, who faced a felony warrant for his arrest, was kneeling with his hands raised. Hancock then drew his handgun, pointed it at the suspect, and ordered him to lie on his stomach. When the suspect declined, Miner handcuffed him from behind. As the two deputies talked, Miner said that when he first approached, the suspect said that he had 3 sticks of dynamite and a dead man's switch beneath his shirt, according to Hancock's report. Hancock arrested the man and placed him into the backseat of his patrol vehicle. He was transported to the Southwest Memorial Hospital emergency room and examined because he reportedly had struck his head while in the patrol vehicle, then taken to jail.
Reported by the Durango Herald, more students are making more calls to a statewide anonymous hotline to report concerns about their safety or the safety of others, a trend that educators regard as positive. Kids are feeling more confident about reporting, said Kathy Morris, Coordinator of Security and Safety for Durango School District 9R. Durango School District 9R students reported more than 200 tips to Safe to Tell Colorado over the last 9 years. 76 of those tips were reported in 2016-17. Safe to Tell was founded on the belief that prevention and early intervention are the keys to preventing violence and saving lives. Tips reported to Safe to Tell include, but are not limited to, bullying, suicide threats, child abuse, and alcohol abuse. The hotline has undoubtedly saved lives, Morris said. Morris said it is not uncommon for students from other schools or districts to report something they see on social media, even if it does not directly affect them. When you think about kids seeing threats on social media, it could be a student in another state or region, she said. Safe to Tell is a toll-free hotline for students, teachers, and others to report violent or troubling events. The goal is to break the code of silence by giving students an anonymous way to report threatening behavior. The program was developed in response to the Columbine High School shootings in April 1999. The shooters, Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold, killed 12 students and 1 teacher and wounded many others. And now let's take a look at the weather.
The national weather patterns aren't moving very quickly, as there still remains a low-pressure front moving around the Pacific Northwest, bringing rain and snow-rain mixes, continuing to push down into the northern Rockies. The snow and cold persists into the upper Midwest and Great Lakes, while the Gulf storms have moved south off the coast. Florida still remains under clouds and rains in the forecast. That low-pressure system in the east is slowly moving off the coast, but not before providing chances of rain or rain-snow mix all the way up to Maine. Even the Appalachians might be in for a rain-snow mix over the next 24 hours. As for the rest of the lower 48, the high-pressure system is holding things warmer and dry, setting up for a traveling day into a nice Thanksgiving for much of the population. Regionally, there is a hazardous weather outlook for eastern Utah and western Colorado by the National Weather Service. Light, isolated to scattered snow showers will impact the northern Colorado mountains today. Accumulations will be less than 2 inches across the Park and Gore ranges, again mainly above timberline. Though this activity will have little impact on travel over the passes and high mountain roadways. Mainly dry and warmer conditions are expected through the remainder of the week and this weekend. Snow chances may return early next week, though timing and impacts aren't yet as clear, as the information is contradictory at this point. So what kind of weather do we typically see on Thanksgiving? Some years have been pretty dry and mild, like 1950 when Moab, Utah hit 69 degrees. Other years have been drastically different, like 1952, when Meeker, Colorado had a record-setting low of minus 17 degrees. The Thanksgiving forecast for this year is shaping up to be pretty great, with a ridge of high pressure dominating the region on Thursday. This will result in mostly sunny skies with no precipitation and well above normal temperatures. The closest example locally shows Cortez, with 1954 being the warmest year at 65 degrees, 1952 the coldest at minus 7, 1933 being the wettest, Turkey Day with 1.03 inches of rain, and 1987 the snowiest with a full 6 inches of the white stuff. The DCTV 5-day outlook has today supposed to be sunny, though I've seen quite a bit of striping in the sky, which often results in that chemical yellow-gray haze. The high should be near 61 degrees. North-northeast winds 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming northwest in the afternoon. Tonight mostly clear with a low around 33. And it's still a go for a beautiful Thanksgiving day, sunny with a high near 64. East-northeast winds around 5 miles an hour, becoming west-southwest in the afternoon. Thursday night, partly cloudy with a low around 34. Friday, mostly sunny with a high near 62. South-southeast winds around 5 miles an hour, becoming west-northwest in the afternoon. Friday night, mostly clear with a low around 34. Again, Saturday, mostly sunny with a high near 61, low around 34. And Sunday, partly sunny with a high near 62. Sunday night, partly cloudy and a low around 35. And heading into next week, as we cool off a bit, Monday, it will be partly sunny with a high near 58. Monday night, partly cloudy with a low around 29. Again, DCTV wishes you and yours a happy and healthy Thanksgiving holiday. And now, back to the news.
According to the Cortez Journal, a coalition of local government agencies that formed to prevent an invasive mussel contamination at McPhee Reservoir can claim victory in its first year. A test in October showed no sign of the dreaded quagga or zebra mussels, which proliferate rapidly and can attach in suffocating layers to irrigation and municipal infrastructure. The success is accredited to stringent new rules that require all motorized and trailered boats to go through mussel inspection stations at either the House Creek or McPhee boat ramps during open hours. Mussels are carried in standing water of engines and ballasts. Restricted access changes the culture of McPhee access. Since the boat ramps were gated for the season in October, no motorized boating is allowed on the lake, even though the weather is nice. At Seychan, County Road X was closed and boulders were placed to prevent unauthorized motorized boating access, but it also stopped a tradition of driving up to the shoreline to fish. Officials readjusted boulder locations to improve fishing access, and Road X will be reopened November 30th for the off-season. A list of 9 non-motorized craft, including kayaks, canoes, and paddle boards, are exempt from the inspection requirements and can launch from anywhere, anytime. Limited motorized boating access led to wait times at the McPhee boat ramp, and the new configuration for the inspection station led to parking problems. Forest Service Recreation Planner Tom Rice said officials are working to improve the parking issue for next year. Non-motorized boaters who can hand launch were encouraged to not use the boat ramps during peak times to accommodate motorized users waiting to get inspected and launch.
From the Durango Herald, the Federal Communications Commission has been slow to provide details to Senator Michael Bennet about how CenturyLink is spending millions of dollars on publicly funded rural internet improvements. Bennet, a Democrat from Colorado, sent a letter to the FCC in early November asking for details about CenturyLink's work by November 10th. As of Monday, his office had not received a reply, spokeswoman Samantha Slater said. CenturyLink received funding in 2015 to improve internet services to homes and businesses in Colorado, and while some general information is available on the FCC's website, it doesn't provide many specifics, the letter stated. The presentation by representatives of CenturyLink in September stated the company received $159 million to improve internet service to 50,000 areas across the state over 6 years. Given that taxpayer funding is helping to pay for these deployments, we believe our constituents have a right to clear, detailed information about where those funds are spent, according to Bennett's letter. The letter requested data that would tell consumers if they lived in areas selected for improved service, when they could expect service to improve, and what speeds they could expect, among other details. Bennett's staff plans to continue to work on the issue, Slater said. The FCC's Connect America Fund is an important federal program that can help to close the digital divide, but the funding must be used to sufficiently provide internet access to our most disconnected communities, Bennett said in a statement emailed to the Durango Herald. The Southwest Colorado Council of Governments sent a letter to Bennett's office in October, raising concerns about CenturyLink and the company's willingness to share information. The council has received complaints about CenturyLink services across the region, including areas that were slated to receive publicly funded upgrades.
Reported by the Durango Herald, Montezuma-Cortez RE1 District Superintendent Lori Hockness has announced that the RE1 school district is off the accountability clock. The district received notification earlier this month from the Colorado Department of Education that the district's request for reconsideration had been approved. Hockness released a statement on Tuesday. That means that the district is no longer on the accreditation clock. Hockness announced that RE1 is no longer classified as a turnaround district to the school board at its monthly meeting Tuesday night to rounds of applause. The district submitted its request in early September when the district was 1.6 points away from moving off the clock according to the preliminary accreditation ratings released August 25th by the Colorado Department of Education. The state required improvement plans after low accreditation ratings from the Colorado Department of Education in fall 2016. The district was accredited under a 2-year Pathways Plan for Improvement, which focused on improvement in PARCC test scores in English and math. The school district's accreditation rating has been increased to Accredited with Improvement Plan, according to Hockness. The district will continue this plan to continue improvements in the district. 4 Colorado districts improved enough to move off on the accountability clock, including Montezuma-Cortez RE1 and Julesburg RE1, according to the CDE. Herfano RE1 and Lake County R1 were both in their first year on the clock in 2016.
From successful farming at agriculture.com online. This holiday season, under a pilot program by Cargill that allows consumers to identify the farm that raised their turkey, you can view the family farm story, see photos from the farm, and read a message from the farmer. Cargill, one of the world's largest food companies, said its surveys repeatedly showed that shoppers value transparency in business operations and that consumers feel good about buying turkey raised by family farmers. These insights led to the development and pilot of the first-to-market blockchain-based solution for turkey. In selected markets, shoppers can text or enter a code from the package to learn the life story of their fresh whole turkeys sold under the Honeysuckle White brand name. Cargill said it will use the pilot, quote, as an opportunity to learn more about the value of traceability in its turkey supply chain. The blockchain system requires all participants in the supply chain to agree before a new detail is added to the record, boosting its accuracy. BuzzFeed described the pilot as clearly an entertaining novelty for consumers. The blockchain turkeys are sold in select supermarkets, primarily Albertsons, Kroger, and Walmart, in 18 states, mainly in the South and Midwest. In our neck of the woods, the closest fresh farm turkey option online seemed to be up in Norwood. Indian Ridge Farm and Bakery, located at 7,000 feet in elevation, is a 100-acre diversified farm operation that includes grass-fed pastured poultry, layer hens, hogs, turkeys, beef cattle, has horses, a vegetable garden, greenhouse, and a bakery and hay pasture. The farm is situated outside Norwood, Colorado, on a mesa top in the beautiful San Juan Mountains of southwestern Colorado near Telluride. The farm markets its products via direct sales to customers in Norwood, Telluride, and the surrounding region. And through farmers markets, they also have a CSA program. They utilize the grass pasture that they have been established in the region for the past 100 years. So if you're looking for a really fresh bird and want to take a drive to visit the farm itself, it's Indian Ridge Farm and Bakery, Tony and Barclay Duranyi, at 1401 County Road 43ZN in Norwood. The phone number is 970-327-0336. Email Duranyi, that's DARANYI, at rmi.net, or visit them online for all of that information at indianridgefarm.org.
And now for the Dolores County Sheriff's Roundup for the week of November 13th through the 19th. A county resident reported their dog missing and inquired whether any reports were made of one found. The resident was referred to Cortez Animal Shelter as it appeared from a picture on social media that a pet matching their dog's description was picked up by a passing motorist in the area of their home. A town business reported a semi-truck driver purchased alcohol and drank some before getting back in their vehicle and traveling southbound on Highway 491. Colorado State Patrol was notified. A grass fire just west of Highway 491 on County Road R was extinguished by the Pleasant View Fire Department. That concludes this week's roundup. Stay tuned for continued updates.
Today's High Canyon Country happenings. November 28th, the Dolores Community Holiday Kickoff Social is hosted by the Rotary Club of Dolores and the Dolores Chamber of Commerce. It goes from 6 to 10 p.m. at the Dolores Community Center. Join them for a relaxed and festive evening to support the Rotary Club of Dolores Holiday Lighting Fund. There's hors d'oeuvres, dinner, desserts, cash bar, a dessert auction, and a fun social time for the community. It's $10 for adults, $5 for students. 5 and under are free. Help support the organization that supports the community. On Facebook, it's Dolores Rotary Club, or go online to doloreschamber.com. December 2nd, the 26th annual Dolores Community Center Christmas Bazaar runs from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. at 400 Riverside Avenue in Dolores. And save the date, Tuesday, December 5th, from 8:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. for the Succession Planning Workshop for Legacy Planning. It will be held at the new Public Service Center in Dove Creek. It's free to the public, and it's a chance to hear from experts about accounting, insurance, and your agricultural business for the best ways to plan ahead for the future of your family and agriculture in Dolores County. Hosted by DCDC and the SBDC, RSVP for a free lunch to 677-2283. Save the date. It's December 5th on a Tuesday. All of these happenings are posted on our DCTV News at Noon Facebook page, along with the YouTube replays, weather, and original stories and local posts. To share your event or information, contact us by email dcbnnews@gmail.com or call the station at 677-4119, and we'll be sure to get your news on air.
Thanks for tuning in. News at Noon airs at noon Monday through Wednesday and then is rebroadcast at 3 and 6 p.m. and again re-aired Thursday, Friday, and Saturday in the same order at noon, 3, and 6.
And be sure to check us out on Facebook. It's DCTV News at Noon. Please like us there and share it with a friend.
For Kendra Cook with DCTV and the News at Noon program out of Dove Creek, USA, I'm Kelsey Kiesling. Thanks for watching.